Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Ebony is alleged to have been in tears, like she cried so much, as it is said that the Ooni of Ife rebuked her from, making a trip to the USA where she wanted to go and pay a condolence visit to the Oyotunji royal family that had lost their king. Now, they said that Ebony, who has been in the UK, she went back to the UK, I think they said last week or thereabout. As soon as she heard about what had happened to this family, they said Ebony made preparation and was going to catch a first class flight to the US to go and pay a condolence visit. And while she was headed to the airport, they said a call came from the Ooni of Ife rebuking her and giving her a stern warning that he does not want to hear from anybody that Ebony was in the UK. I mean, Ebony is in the US, that Ebony has no business in the US, that the only reason why he feels Ebony is itching to go to the US to pay a condolence visit is because Ebony wants to, ruin the investigation that is ongoing. Ooni of Ife made it very, very clear to everybody that, look, whatever it is that they are going to find out, and that Ebony needs to stay in the UK, that he is monitoring to see what happens, that anybody who disobeys him, anybody who goes to the US without his consent, especially Ebony, that he is going to do something that nobody in this world would ever have expected would have come from him. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. And still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? Happy midweek, and weekends is fast approaching. If you know me very well, I love weekends. How about you? I hope you are doing well. I appreciate if you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It's not a small something, as we are hearing. Ooni of Ife is said to have rebuked Ebony from going to the US to pay a condolence visit to this family. And he said that if you go to the US, if you disobey me and go to the US, you will never, ever come to the palace of the Ooni of Ife again. Now, the question is, why would the Ooni of Ife, rebuke Ebony from going to the US? They said the Ooni of Ife is rebuking Ebony from going to the US to pay condolence visit to this family because Ooni of Ife has a very strong inclination that Ebony has got something to do with what is going on. Remember that issue of Ooni of Ife taking another wife from the Oyotunji clan originated from Ebony's aunt. And as that issue originated, they said it didn't, you and I saw what happened. It didn't take up to 4 days before that thing broke into the internet, where they said Ooni of Ife had collected $180,000 from somebody, where they created all those lies just to, malign the character of the great and revered monarch. And they said this whole thing originated from the aunt of Ebony. But when things now, spiral out of control, Ebony's aunt started denying that she's got nothing to do with it, that she got the information from somewhere and all that. So now everybody is still suspecting that everything originated from them, and everybody is still suspecting that Ebony is well aware from the very beginning, even when they had this plot of what they were about to do, that everybody is well aware that people are thinking that Ebony knew, even though she is saying she has nothing to do with it. Now, if the information that people are getting saying that the incident that led to the pie of that king, Adefumi II, had something to do with all of this drama that had happened, where they were trying to cook a story that Ooni of Ife wanted to marry their sister, and $180,000 scam and all of that. That if it had something really to do with all this we have been hearing, then it would be that The reason why Ebony is struggling to go to the US is to go and try and cover up information, and so that the information does not get to the Ooni of Ife, because right now, if there is no reason why Oni would divorce them, this is going to be the one reason why Oni is going to do away with these Oloris once and for all. And they said the Ooni of Ife is not even taking it lightly with anybody. They say the palace, the chief of council, that everybody is so upset. The father to the Ooni of Ife, everybody is so upset. And so when this whole thing happened, because Oni could not go, what he did quietly was to delegate Dr. Elizabeth and Queen Naomi to go and pay a condolence visit, which I think they're about to go. They said maybe tomorrow or so they will be leaving to pay the condolence visit. And there and then they said, oh, Loris, a lot of them, not just Ebony, they said Oloris were making effort, that you should have seen how frantic they were about wanting to go to the US. Are you people related to this family? And what a relationship do you have with this family that was making, they said even Ikpi and Blo Blo, they were making arrangements. They wanted to go to the US. Go to the US to pay a courtesy visit or pay a condolence visit to a family that has nothing to do with you if you have nothing. So apparently it's looking as if people are struggling to hide evidence. People are struggling to hide their faces, as in to be sure that they are not caught or their names are not mentioned. Because of course, you know that pie has happened in the matter. At the end of the day, that was why I said the other time, remove the hand of the monkey from the pot of soup before it turns into a human hand. Naomi, you people are fighting Naomi. How is it possible that you get up, all you want to do is to fight a lady that has not done anything to you? The Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. When you decide that all you want to do is to fight a woman who has done you no harm, God is going to raise up a standard against them. And this is such standard that God is raising, because everything that these Oloris are sowing against Naomi, they are reaping it for themselves. The other day we heard what happened right now. That is not to say I am happy about the fact that Blo Blo may not have seen her son, but then again, is it not the same plot they had towards Olori Naomi? Today, Nami has only one son, Tadenikawo. Today, you'll be plotting against that boy. Tomorrow, you're plotting against that boy. And you think that God is going to give you the happiness that you deserve. Things don't work out like that. Yes, so things do not work out like that. And right now, see what is going on. So right now, they said that Ooni of Ife has rebuked Ebony. Gave Ebony a stern warning that if Ebony goes to the US to do anything right there in the US, that Ebony will never enter the palace again. The reason is because he does not want anybody to go and, deter the investigation, because they want to know who and who is involved in what has happened. If this information is true, this is what we are hearing. Do not forget, these are alleged, rumored, speculated information making the rounds on social media. I'm going to bring you more info. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.